How are you, my fans, sneak peepers, and curious friends? I am difficult and demanding. If you want to know my real name, then hold still, and I might bring your wish to fruition. Before we begin, you can find this podcast show in iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, Blueberry, Google Play Music, TuneIn, YouTube, and Stitcher. Now, unlike the other people in your life, I actually care about what you think. So meet me halfway, take a tiny moment, and give my podcast and each episode a review rating. This is the I'm Difficult and Demanding podcast, keeping it real, uncensored, and shooting straight between the eyes. The third eye, that is. I am going to hit you with explicit truth. This solo show is outrageously honest and keenly witty with a view into life. Yes, I said life. That's what we do every day when we wake up from sleeping. We are living life. Well, some of us at least. Moreover, I hope to provide you with gut-wrenching laughter and a touch of wisdom. Let's get something straight. Really, really straight. I am truly, actually, habitually, and shamelessly difficult and demanding, and I completely own it. Now, I don't ask for much because I expect and receive it all. I firmly believe that if you expect shit, you will receive shit. What does that mean? Well, it means expect nothing but the best and don't settle for less. Now, as always, I, your host, Tara, am keeping it real and uncensored. Now is the time for you to unplug from life and dive all into episode 21 of the I'm Difficult and Demanding podcast, keeping it real on the ridiculous world we live in. Today's show is called Capitol Hill Daycare. Capitol Hill was once a place for visionary leadership. Now, it is a daycare center for adults. While they're busy with their pissing contests and shitting on our futures, we can find better leadership and negotiation skills with teenagers to lead our nation. When does a self-proclaimed great and powerful leader hide behind a voicemail? Well, it's when you have Donald Lump for Brains, the useless negotiator, as president. Before I begin, I am going to do a call out. What's a call out? Well, it's not a shout out. I am calling out you motherfucking lurkers. If you have entered my world, then be honest with yourself about it. You want to be here, and you know I want you here, so follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Finally, climb aboard and enjoy the entire show, because I am giving you plenty of ridiculous honesty. Once the podcast episode ends, I am keeping it going on my Instagram page at Difficult and Demanding and on my Twitter page at Mrs. D and D. Did you miss me? Don't take too long to answer that question because there's only one answer to the question, and it better be motherfucking yes. Today, we are discussing happiness. Happiness, happiness, happiness. That's one of our ultimate goals. When you think about it, what comes to mind? Rainbows, unicorns, sunshine, comfort, security, smiles, joy, bliss. It's one of the best things in the world. Where do you get your happiness from? Do you have to buy the shit? Oh, you know I like to come this way, but seriously, I know some of you are out there buying your happiness, whether it's objects or people, vacations, whatever the case may be. But I am asking you, where do you get your happiness from? And are you paying for it? Oh, yeah. I like to get real, and sometimes I get real sooner rather than later, and this is one of those episodes. So put on your seatbelts, put on your helmet, close your motherfucking eyes, and get ready for a ride of a lifetime. Get ready. Well, listen, my darlings. I am in a mood today. I'm in a very special mood today, if you cannot tell. And I'm going to get very, very real, very, very hard, and very, very soon. I mean, shit. I got my voice black. I've been messed up for the last 2 weeks or so, and you guys have been patient with me, and I am close to 100%. So what that means is that I am at full motherfucking throttle. And if you're not, you better get ready to be, because we are going on this journey together. So you should expect an extra dose of my heat, of my crazy, or whatever you want to call it. I feel like I've deprived all of you. My voice is one of the best things about this podcast. I mean, shit, that's what I think. And if that's what I think, then you definitely motherfucking think that, because you keep coming back every goddamn week. So clearly we are in agreement. And that is very, very important that we agree. Well, it's important that you agree with me. So we agree. And if you don't, then you better fall the fucking line, because that's the only option you have, to agree or fall the fucking line. Those are your two options. So I'm done with this side detour. Let's get back to what I'm talking about in this segment, my come into my world segment, which is happiness. Where do you get your happiness from? I mean, fuck. What did you think the side detour was for? Huh? You thought I was just fucking rambling for the fun of it? No. I was giving you some time to ponder about my original questions. And probably all of you got so goddamn distracted that you weren't even thinking about what the fuck I was talking about, because you thought, oh yes, the bitch has gone off. She's going to make me not have to think about this topic, and I can keep living my meaningless existence. No. I was just giving you a moment to get your shit together so you can actually come up with some real answers. Real answers. I was giving your ass some fucking thinking time. Did it work? Did it work? Because I want to know, do you buy your happiness? Do you spend money on others or yourself to get a small slice of joy? Do you? When you spend your money on others, how long does that happiness actually last? When you spend money on yourself, does it last longer? I mean, shit. If you're going to spend your money, then put that shit on you, not some other motherfucker. Seriously. Put that shit on yourself. Do you want to know why? Well, of course I'm going to tell you. That's what you're here for. I'm going to fucking tell you why. That is why you are here. You can't control another person. You can barely control your goddamn self. And if you listen to me, you know I'm completely fucking out of control. So, I mean, fuck. Don't follow my example. But you catch what I'm saying. You can't control other people. So the least you can motherfucking do, is pamper yourself. Fuck the other person. Oh, shit. I hit another nerve. You're not good enough to pamper yourself. Oh, yeah, that's what the fuck I said. I asked you originally, where do you get your happiness from? Then I proceeded to ask you, do you buy your happiness? And then I took it another step further. And I said, if you are buying your happiness, are you spending the money on yourself or are you spending it on someone else? And then I took it another step further. And I told you, stop spending money on other motherfuckers and pamper your goddamn self. But then you got puzzled. You got confused. You hopped off my motherfucking train. But I'm going to put your ass right back on the goddamn train, because that's why you're here. I told you to spend money on your fucking self to make yourself happy. And then you got uncomfortable. How do I know? Because I just motherfucking know. I just know. And the only reason why you would get uncomfortable about spending money on yourself is because deep down, deep down, you feel that you're not good enough. Yes, I am going for your jugglers today. I'm going straight for the main motherfucking vein, if you haven't figured that shit out. I told you I'm almost 100%. I'm feeling better and I'm back. I am not in the mood to play today. I'm in the mood to slay. That's what I said. I'm not in the mood to play. I'm here to motherfucking slay today. That's all I want to do. I want to slay and not play. Why else would you be emptying your wallet? You feel that maybe you're not worthy. You're not worthy. You're unworthy. Now, I am not saying you're unworthy. No, that's not what I'm saying. I am not telling you you're unworthy. I'm that voice, that sexy motherfucking voice, that calming voice in your head. Oh, your voice probably doesn't sound like that. Well, you can pretend that your voice, your inner voice, sounds like me. Okay? And if it doesn't, you can always keep coming back to me every single week and practice my voice and get your inner voice to sound like mine. Anyway, I'm just repeating what you are already telling yourself. So don't get fucking angry with me. Don't get angry with me. Yes, I've made my way into the deep, dark depths of yourself. Today is National I'm Difficult and Demanding Mind Fucking Day. That's what it is. I have declared this Mind Fucking Day. You didn't know? Oh, well, now you know. Today is my fucking day, and that is what we're going to do. And I am going to keep doing it until I'm motherfucking done with you. So let's be clear. I'm setting your expectations right now. You see, my love, why do you tell yourself you are unworthy? Why are you seeking bliss from another? Who taught you that? Who told you that your existence was wrapped up in another? Who told you that? Who told you that you don't matter until another deemed you worthy? Huh? Yeah, I'm asking you. I'm talking to you. Where did you get that shit from? Where do you get your happiness from? Do you feel it is fleeting? Do you feel that it's elusive? Yes, I'm doing more than striking a nerve today. I'm just warning you now, and I keep saying this over and over again. I'm going in hard today because I want to make a point. Okay? I want to make a point. I am making a point. I want my words to echo in your brains. I want it to haunt your mind, your heart, and your soul. You see, in your mind, who deserves happiness? In your mind, who deserves it? What does a person have to have in order to be happy? What does a person have to have for happiness? What does a person have to achieve to have happiness? I mean, it's all a motherfucking lie. It's a lie. Do you hear me? It's a lie. It's all a lie. It's a fraud. It's a farce. If it was true, then you wouldn't be here right now listening to me. You wouldn't be listening to me right now. How many of you walk around like you're happy? Huh? All of us do. So stop with the fucking bullshit and just get to the point. All of us do. We all walk around pretending like we're some degree of happy. You go out every weekend, some of you during the week, because you got it like that. You're taking fake ass happy motherfucking pictures for Instagram. Yeah, I said you're taking fake ass happy motherfucking pictures for Instagram. Yes, Instagram is the proof of how happy you motherfucking are. That's what people use. Instagram is the measurement of happiness nowadays, right? Right. Life ain't that motherfucking blissful all the goddamn time. But if you go to Instagram, you will see life in perfection, complete perfection. I mean, this shit is getting more ridiculous by the second. Most of you motherfuckers are miserable. Happiness is a choice. Yes, you have to choose to be happy. Just like you choose to take those fake ass motherfucking happy pictures for Instagram. Yeah, you can choose to also be really happy instead of pretending to be happy. Happiness is not going to choose you. Happiness is going to say, oh, you know what? Let me visit Difficult and Demanding's Instagram page and let me see if this heifer is happy. Because if this heifer looks happy on her Instagram page, then you know what? I am going to grant her motherfucking wish and I'm going to fucking put an arrow through her ass or her heart and I'm going to make her happy for the rest of her goddamn life. That shit doesn't choose you. Oh, you thought when you are deserving and the stars line up perfectly, that's when it's time for you to have true, absolute happiness. No, my love, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't. You've got to go and get your shit. You've got to stake your claim on your happiness. Yeah, stake your claim on that shit. Claim your shit. Claim your happiness. The perfect boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, partner, or dog will not complete you. You are already complete. This fucked up society makes us think that we are not whole until we find happiness with another. With another. We are inundated with all of these images of what happiness looks like. No. It doesn't fucking work like that. Let me tell you that. Now I'm getting irritated. When I get irritated, shit gets even more fun. No, it's just another fucked up person painting a picture of what happiness is supposed to look like in their demented goddamn head. Okay, I confused you. I told you I have a tendency to do that. I'm going to try again. Let's start this again. Society makes us think we are not whole until we find happiness with another or with some type of achievement, something that is external of ourselves. We are inundated with images of what happiness is supposed to look like. But let me keep it real. I'm going to pull this motherfucking shit back. I am stripping you down to your goddamn motherfucking birthday suit today. That's all fake. It's just another fucked up person painting a picture of what happiness looks like in their demented motherfucking head. That is what I said. All this shit that you see on TV, the news, fucking Instagram pages, everything else, it's all a goddamn lie. It's an illusion. It's a farce. It's a goddamn mirage. Somebody who's twisted and fucked up in head came up with some fucking fantasy in their mind of what they thought happiness should look like. And then they started taking pictures and concocting and painting these pictures of what it should look like. And they basically pressed that shit upon us. That's what I said. That's what I said. You have a really fucked up group of people painting a picture of what life and happiness is about for all of us in this world. Yes, you have a small group of people painting a picture of what our happiness is supposed to look like in this world for all of us. If you keep listening to these sons of bitches, your life is going to leave you the fuck behind. That's what I said. If you keep looking at what the fuck these other demented, twisted ass motherfuckers, I don't know myself motherfuckers, non-self-aware motherfuckers, and let them tell you what the fuck your happiness should look like, your life has left you. Your shit is gone. Your life has ghosted your ass. It has left your ass at the train station and it's gone. You've missed it. Your life is passing you the fuck by and you ain't got enough sense to catch another train, get on a fucking plane, ride a goddamn pigeon to get back where you belong because you're too busy watching these other crazy ass, I don't know myself motherfuckers tell you what the fuck your happiness should look like. I mean, shit. What the fuck are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? What exactly are you waiting for? Do you need another motherfucker's opinion? You need an opinion. Well, guess what? I'm full of opinions. That's why I got my own motherfucking show. I am full of goddamn opinions and I'm going to give it to you. Because you're here, I'm going to give it to you. You have my permission to be happy. You have my permission to be happy right goddamn now. You don't have to wait for the perfect job, the perfect mate, the perfect house, for your parents' permission, their blessings, your siblings' permission and blessing. You don't have to wait. No, you are fine the way you are right now. Did you hear me? Yeah, I've confused your ass again. I'm like, shit, keep the fuck up, people. This is episode goddamn 21. You've had 20 episodes before this to get the gist of how I fucking roll, okay? You already got it. If you don't know, now you motherfucking know. If you haven't listened to the other ones, go the fuck back, catch the fuck up. This is where we are. This is how it works. You are perfect the way you are. The way you are. You are fine just the way you are. Did you hear me? Right now. Not tomorrow. Not yesterday. Right now. I don't give a fuck about how screwed up you think you are. I really don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. You are what you are supposed to be right now. You are what you're supposed to be right now, today. That's all that matters. Did you hear me? Right now is all that matters. So stop holding your breath. So many of you are in relationships, lonely and motherfucking miserable. Yes, I fucking said that. Lonely and motherfucking miserable in a goddamn relationship. I thought once you found the one, you were supposed to be served your share of happiness, right? Isn't that how it works? You find the one, your happiness follows, and all the shit just falls into place. All the pieces come together. It's like, like a damn puzzle. Yeah, it's all fucked up. Look, I'm not normal. I'm not normal at all. So if you're looking for a regular, everyday bullshit, you're not going to get it from me. You're not going to get that from me. If you're looking for a regular, normal podcast, you're not going to get that motherfucking shit from me. You're not going to get it from me. You're not going to get it. Not here, not ever, not now. So grow a pair of balls if you want to roll with me. Grow a pair of motherfucking balls, okay? I am not for the fucking meek. People are suffering with their fraud, joy, and fake ass bliss. You are so lonely. You feel incomplete. I'm telling you that you are complete. Yeah, it's contradictory. It's completely contradictory. It doesn't make sense. How can I feel lonely, miserable, and sad? How can I feel all these things, which is a clear proof that I am incomplete? And then I got this crazy ass woman on the fucking podcast telling me that I am complete. Yeah, the crazy ass woman on the podcast, me, that would be Tara, she is telling you that you are complete. You can be complete and motherfucking miserable at the same goddamn time. Huh? Too real, too spiritual for your ass? Whatever. Work with me here. Completion has nothing to do with all these other emotions you're going to experience. All those other emotions are a natural part of life. They are part of life. You think that once you are complete, you will no longer feel sadness, hurt, disappointment, rejection. No, motherfucker, no, that's not how it works. That is not how it works. You're still going to feel all that shit. That is not going to go away. That is part of being a human being, be on this motherfucking planet. That's a part of goddamn life. That's a part of your life in this lifetime, okay? When humans cease to exist, when planet Earth is gone, and you are basically your soul floating around in ether, then that's something completely different. But as of right now, your ass, your soul is in this goddamn body. And being in your motherfucking body, there are some things that are basically required of you on this earth in this goddamn lifetime. And one of those are pain. The other part is happiness. But none of that has to do with you being complete. So don't get that twisted. Don't get that intertwined. Those motherfucking things are not related at all. And we are taught to intertwine the two. We are taught that if we feel all these negative emotions, that means there's something wrong with us. There is something lacking. There's not a goddamn thing lacking. You know what you're fucking lacking? You're lacking information. You're lacking knowledge. That's what the fuck you're lacking. That's it. And that is what I'm here to give you with a lot of motherfucking curse words in the process. That is what I'm here to give you. I'm here to give you nuggets of truth, nuggets of happiness, diamonds, gold, fucking chicken wings, whatever the fuck you think, whatever you want to call it. That's what the fuck I'm here to give you. In my own special little way. Only the way I can do it. No one else can do it like me. Only the way I can do it. But you are already complete. You feel incomplete. But I'm telling you that you are complete, my love. You are already complete. Oh, you don't like everything that you see. You don't like everything that you hear. Whether it's coming from my motherfucking mouth or it's in the goddamn mirror looking at you. You don't like it. Why not? Why not? Who in the hell told you that you weren't enough? Who told you that? I mean, fuck. Who told you that? Because whoever it is, line those motherfuckers up in your mind, and you know what you say? You say, fuck you, fuck them, fuck you, fuck them, fuck them, fuck them, fuck you, fuck you. That's what you do. Tell them to go fuck themselves. Because it's not true. It's not true. How are you going to let a two-faced, lying hypocrite tell you that you're not enough? That you're not complete? Oh, your parents said that shit? Well, it's clear. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Right? It's clear they don't know what they're talking about. That's what I said.
It's clear they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. That's what the fuck I said. They don't know what they're fucking talking about. Your mother and father don't know what the fuck is up. They don't know what they're talking about. No one that loves you and wants happiness for you will tear you down. I frankly don't care who they are. I don't care what they are. I don't care who they are or what they are to you. They would not tear you down. Now, I want to get back to my motherfucking point I made earlier. I was talking about the images of happiness. The images of happiness that we are bombarded with. I bet you didn't even know that you were not in control of your happiness, that you were not in control of the images. You thought you were creating this motherfucking shit in your goddamn head. But lo and behold, here I am. I'm fucking pulling the curtains back and I'm letting you know. No. That shit didn't originate from you. That shit came from other people. It came from other people. You are not in control of what your happiness is or what it should goddamn look like. You are not in control. You weren't even responsible for defining it either. You've had no say or play in what your happiness is supposed to be. Yet you are walking around with your motherfucking happiness flag, your fucking happiness t-shirt, and your happiness fucking ball cap thinking, you know what the fuck you want. You don't know shit. You don't know a goddamn thing because you don't. It's so bad, you don't know that you don't know. But now you know because I told your ass. Now you know. So anybody else that you know around you that hasn't listened to this motherfucking episode, send them the link, send them to me because I'm going to educate them too. You didn't know that you don't know. And that is what's so motherfucking dangerous. That is what's so dangerous. Here we are living in a first free world nation. But you are not able to freely define your truth of happiness. If your happiness doesn't conform to what others deem acceptable, then you are shunned. Aren't you sick and tired of your happiness, of your worth, your goals, your dreams being defined or being imposed upon by others? Why is your truth wrong or not acceptable? Happiness is really, really simple. It's really simple. We as people make that shit complicated as hell. You let others tell you that you cannot be happy with those quote unquote aspirations of yours. You need to change. You need to behave a certain way or sacrifice yourself. Then only after that, you are allowed to consider the hope of happiness. Have you ever taken a step back and asked yourself, who the fuck are these people interfering with your life and your truth? All of us are the same, yet different. So why can't all of us want happiness, yet it looks different? I mean, what the fuck? You need to tell people to get the hell out of your face and shut the fuck up. Yep, that's what I said. Tell them, you need to get the hell out of my face and shut the fuck up. People need to stay in their own lanes. We've been programmed, trained to give our power away. You got to take it back. You have to take it back. Claim what is rightfully yours. What's yours? Yeah, you're entitled to claim some shit as your own. It's your right to live a happy life on your terms. To have the happiness you seek, you've got to get confident and you've got to get secure. There's a price for everything. You may lose the people in your life currently, but then you'll make room for people that are better suited for you. Now back to my original question. Do you buy your happiness? Do you sacrifice yourself for happiness? Are you willing to risk loneliness until you find what you seek? Oh, you don't like the L word unless it's for love. How much shit are you going to take until you get it together? How much shit are you going to take until you get it together? You only like one L word and that's for love. How much shit are you going to take until you get it together? How much shit are you going to take until you are happy? Some loneliness and solitude may be what you need to get some perspective on yourself. Oh, only losers want to be alone. You see, You keep confusing what the fuck I am saying to you. You keep confusing what the fuck I'm saying to you. You can be in a relationship and still be motherfucking lonely. Yeah, that's what I said. All you married people in long-term relationships, some of you people motherfuckers are probably just met a motherfucker. The honeymoon lasted for 24 hours and now you're lonely. You can be lonely in a relationship. So how is one better than the other? In a relationship, lonely, or by yourself, lonely? One situation, you gotta deal with some other people's bullshit. The other situation, you gotta deal with your own motherfucking bullshit. I mean, you choose which one works for you. But I just want to say, when I originally said the L word, you were hoping that was love. But no, you probably thought it was lust. But no, I'm talking about loneliness. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. You can be in a relationship and still be fucking lonely. So cut the shit. Cut the shit out. Can you embrace your concept of happiness? Will you pursue the concept of your happiness? I've told you before, the shit isn't going to land in your lap or strike you in the damn dome. Yes, it's not going. You're not going to get struck in the motherfucking head with a lightning bolt. It's not going to happen that way. It's not going to happen that way at all. Well, I might be the one that has to strike you in the fucking dome. But hey, you can take a lightning bolt or you can take it from me. Either way, I think my striking is going to be much worse than a motherfucking lightning bolt. So I think you might want to go with Mother Nature instead of going with my crazy ass. But hey, free choice, right? If you keep following what others tell you, should make you happy, then you are fucked and you will continue to be so. I mean, shit. I have a positive here. I have a real positive. The fact that you are still even listening to me is very, very, very promising. Everyone's recipe for happiness is different. Unfortunately, I can't tell you what the fuck belongs in your recipe. Okay? Follow me very closely. Everyone's recipe for happiness is different. And even though I know a lot of shit and I rant about a lot of non-relevant shit, I cannot tell you what's in your recipe. I can barely figure out my own shit. So all I can do is light a fire under your ass and tell you that if you haven't found your bliss, then you are in the wrong goddamn kitchen. Matter of fact, if you haven't figured that out, then I'm going to separate you from the listening group here, and I'm going to create a separate special motherfucking episode for your ass. Okay? That's what I said. If you can't figure out what the fuck I just said, you shouldn't even listen to this episode. I need to take your ass back to preschool, and I'm going to create a separate special episode for you to get you up to speed to where you need to be so you can listen to this one. You can't go to college until you finish motherfucking elementary school, middle school, and high school. And baby, this is college. So get with it or go the fuck back where you need to, catch up, and then come back to me. Okay? You're in the wrong kitchen. And that is why you don't and won't have what you desire. If you don't know the ingredients to your recipe for happiness, and you're looking in the wrong goddamn place in the wrong goddamn kitchen, it makes sense that you don't and won't have what you desire. If I told you that you're perfect the way you are right now, all of you, not the person you're striving to become tomorrow or the person that you regret that you were yesterday. Ha, I got your ass again, didn't I? Yeah, let's try this again. If I told you that you're perfect the way you are right now, all of you, not the person you're striving to become tomorrow or the person that you regret you were from yesterday, you're perfect just the way you are. Yesterday doesn't matter. Tomorrow doesn't matter. All you have is right now. So stop waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect person for you to be happy. Happiness is a choice. Happiness is not perfection or ideal. It's a state of mind. Oh yes, I'm getting spiritual on your asses, so you can handle this. A lot of cursing and a little spiritual. That's called balance, okay? Cursing, bad stuff, spiritual, good stuff. I like to balance you out before I let you go. So don't get too confused. I like to confuse you, but you should be caught up by now on how I operate. Whether your life is useless or spectacular, it can still be fucking miserable. That's what I said. Whether you feel your life is useless or spectacular, it can still be fucking miserable. You will have to scout for the things that make you happy, that are within your control. So what are you waiting for? Life is going to keep moving with or without you. You don't have to keep up, but you definitely got to keep it moving. You deserve and are entitled to your slice of joy, but you have to go for it. It is not for the weak-willed. You have to have the gall, the balls to get your bliss. And once you have it, hold on to that shit for dear life, because there's always someone looking to steal your radiance. Now, this is all I have for this Come Into My World segment. Hope you enjoyed it. I think I was a lot of extra this time, but you never know what you're going to get. It's some varying degree of my craziness. But in the next part, I'm going to be talking about things in the news. This was life, and now moving over to the news. So stay with me, and thank you so much for listening to this part. And now let the real fun begin right now. All right, so I read an article, and it was basically about government funding and how the Republicans and Democrats were having some issues working together in regards to funding our government. And I believe it started in January 2018. There's probably been a few episodes of that. But the gist is not the one specifically in January 2018. I'm just talking about how funding our budget is handled in general by the Republicans and Democrats. The Republicans and Democrats were battling over short-term funding for our government. Short-term funding, which means they haven't even fucking figured out what the fuck they're going to do over the long term, and they can't get the shit together on the short-term shit. You know, Republicans need it, depending on who the majority is in the House, they typically will need the other side's vote to pass budgetary, fiscal policies. Ideally, they don't want to have to deal with the other side, whether Democrats not wanting to deal with the Republicans or the Republicans not wanting to deal with the Democrats. But in this case, in most cases, Republicans needed Democratic votes to pass whatever budget they had for a short-term basis to get the vote. And typically what both sides, Republicans, Democrats, one side is not better than the other. So I just want to be clear that I'm not favoring one or the other. I'm calling both of their asses out. I'm calling both of them out on this shit. Typically what they do to get a budget pass for our government, for our country, for our nation, for our citizens of America, they like to throw in tiny little bones. Now, these bones are not that motherfucking tiny because they cost millions and millions of dollars, but it's all a matter of perspective. It's all a matter of how you frame the bullshit, right? If you frame the bullshit with enough, essential oils and incense and some fucking flowers and all that, you can make anything seem great. Even though it's shit, you can make it all seem great. But that's what they do. They like to throw in tiny little bones. And what the Republicans were doing this time around is that they were using the children's health care program to woo Democrats for votes for a short-term spending bill. Now, I'm going to get started. Please forgive me. I'm going to get started. What kind of two-bit motherfucker, snake-ass motherfucker would use children's health care program to manipulate, to blackmail, to extort, to get what the fuck you want? That's like someone holding a motherfucking gun to your head, a loaded gun to your goddamn head, to your third goddamn eye, and threatening, hey, if you don't give me this, I'm going to shoot you in the motherfucking head. I mean, how fucked up is that? It's demented. And the fact that it's okay makes me wonder about the maturity level and whether these people should even be representing our government. I mean, it's foul. I'm sure it's been done for a long, long time. But the mannerisms and how it's being used, the frequency and how it's being used, is very dysfunctional. It's highly dysfunctional. And this is what they're using for a short-term bill. So what the fuck are they offering for a long-term bill? Are they giving up motherfucking pimps and hoes and prostitutes? Because that's what our president likes. Our president likes motherfucking hoes. He likes porn star hoes. He likes international immigrant holes, he will take a hole in any way, shape, or fashion he can get. So what the fuck are they offering up in a long-term spending bill? If they're fucking around with children, they're trying to fuck children over a short-term bill. Really? You're going to fuck over kids over a short-term spending bill? Like, you can't figure out a better way to work together that is decent, that is respectful, that is considerate, that's kind, that's based on humanness. I mean, seriously, these motherfucking people, they act like monsters. But they were using the children's health care program to woo the Democrats for a short-term spending bill. They hold each other hostage. The Republicans and the Democrats, they hold each other hostage. And it's this dysfunctional love, hate. It's sickening and mad that our political system has to be based on degenerative type of behavior. It's sickening because they are here. We have elected these folks to represent us, our nation. And there's certain ethics, codes of behavior, basic human being types of things that one has to have within them and to get work done. You can't really do this shit this blatantly in corporate America. I mean, corporate America's foul as fuck too, but there's a code of conduct they have to follow. And these senators and congressmen, they do what the fuck they want. It's like these people are like, once they step into power, they lose the cloak. I'm calling it a cloak because if they really had it, it wouldn't be a cloak. Any cloak of decency and respect, all this religion and all this shit they talk about, it's all motherfucking fake. I think they're cowards. I think they're weak, 2-bit cowards. Because if you can't have a strength of character to conduct yourself in a manner that's beneficial to all, not just the Democrats, not just the Republicans, beneficial to all that make up the United States of America, then you're the wrong goddamn man and you're the wrong motherfucking woman for the job because you should know better. And if you can't do better, don't take the job. And that is why I think we have to work really hard to clean house in Washington, D.C., because you have a lot of people who are doing shit that they're not supposed to do. They've lost the motherfucking plot. Maybe they never had the motherfucking plot. Now, I understand there are times to dangle tiny bones. Those are called negotiation tools. But when you're holding someone hostage, when you're funding our nation over some bullshit because you want your whole cake and eat it too, that's not right. That is not right at all. So they throw in these bones to make it difficult or to oppose things on both policy and political grounds. So all they're doing is trying to out-bully one another. They're trying to outmaneuver and out-bully because no one knows how to compromise. No one knows how to compromise. And if someone actually says, you know what, this bone that you're throwing to me is foul, it's fucked up, I don't want to be part of it, I don't want to co-sign to this, it's not the way that we should be funding our government or managing our government, then if it's opposed, then that is used by the other side. Yes. So the Republicans want to pass a short-term spending bill. In that short-term spending bill, they're telling the Democrats, you know what? If you give us your votes, we will fund the children's health care program. But the Democrats are saying, you know what? No, because your budget is fucked up. It's skewed. It's not balanced. So I cannot agree to giving you my vote on this short-term spending budget because it doesn't make sense. And I don't give a damn if you're talking about the children's health care program because either way, it's money we don't have. It's money that we cannot spend. If someone with good sense and good judgment says, no, we can't do it this way, we have to do it a better way, then what these 2-bit ass motherfuckers do is they say, you know what? You don't care about our government. You are denying our citizens certain essentials because you aren't giving us your vote. And you don't give a fuck about the children either. So this is narcissism at its best. Republicans are narcissistic and Democrats are narcissistic. First, you put some shit on the table that you know is not reasonable and not feasible and is already going to paint us or dig us into a deeper ditch as far as our deficit. And then when a motherfucker has enough sense, say, you know what? I can't give you my vote because this is not balanced. This is not fiscally balanced. Then you sit around and say, well, you know what? I tried to help you out. I tried to give you some bones that are important to your causes. But since you don't want to agree, I'm going to call your ass out. I'm going to make it seem like you're not patriotic. You're fucking treasonous as hell. You don't give a fuck about your kids. You don't give a fuck about the kids. You don't give a fuck about your constituents. You don't give a fuck about the country. We're going to place the blame on you on why our government has to shut down because you won't give me what the fuck I want. That's called blackmail. That's called extortion. That's called motherfucking bribery. And as far as I'm concerned, that's fucking treasonous because whatever you're proposing should be win-win for most people. It should be a compromise that means everyone loses something and gains something at the same goddamn time. And if you're putting something on the table that looks great for a short term, but it really has long-term monetarily fiscal impacts to our country, where's your sense of integrity? Why can't you respect the fact that someone said, you know what? This budget is not sound. We have to go back and figure out a better way to do this. Let's go back and work together and let's hash this out. No, these bitch ass fucking fraud politicians of ours. No, you don't care about our veterans. You don't care about our people who are fighting on behalf of our country. You don't care about this. You don't care about that. These people, I swear to God, preschoolers can do a better job in coming up with a budget and managing our country than these fake ass motherfucking Ivy League college educated motherfuckers. They are useless. They are useless. So both sides, and I want to be clear, Democrats do this and Republicans do it. They both do it. They make political issues out of nothing to discredit and attack people. That's what they do, to discredit and attack people and or the political party. And then they take these nuggets and they save them in their motherfucking back pocket. Because when it comes time for election time, this is the bullshit that they use to quote unquote get reelected. It's like, this is not what our country was based on. They are making a mockery out of our democratic system. They have taken some of the ugliest, nastiest traits and they've run with them like hardline negotiating tactics. They have taken those and they've made those everyday normal behaviors when that is shit that's supposed to be used as a last resort. We don't all have to agree. We all don't have to disagree. You don't have to be completely on one side or the other. There can be common ground. There can be a middle ground where you can find balance. But there's no such thing nowadays. And with Trump as president, shit has gone even more mad crazy. People can't work together. They're acting like they're motherfucking street thugs fighting on the motherfucking corner trying to get what they want. And it's wrong. It's manipulation. It is manipulation. Then trying to shut, and then they said, you know what? If you don't agree to this, then you are trying to shut us down. You're trying to shut down the government. How the fuck they responsible for shutting down the motherfucking government when your bitch ass is coming with a fucking budget that we don't have the money for and you basically are putting us more in debt? How fucked up is that? I don't know why we just can't just snatch people out of fucking office and just hold an election, a special election to replace their asses. That's what I think we need. There's no accountability with these politicians. There's no accountability at all. They do what the fuck they want. They say what the fuck they want. And then they come back and they issue a stupid ass motherfucking apology on MSNBC, NBC, Fox News, or some motherfucking news. That's what they do. They have no character, no goddamn integrity. And we should have, when they don't do what they're supposed to do, and they don't do it according to the code of ethics, I swear to God, I shouldn't say that. I swear, please forgive me, that we should be able to pull them out and put someone else in that seat. That's exactly what we should do. If you're at a job and you're not performing, they let you know. They give you a performance review. They put you on a motherfucking PIP, which is a performance improvement plan. And then if all else fails, they fire your motherfucking ass. Why do we have to wait every 2 years, every so years to replace these fucking fraud ass politicians? We should kick their asses to the curb. Because if they knew that there was a real consequence, a consequence that can happen immediately today, I think that would cause them to pull their motherfucking socks up and get their head straight. But as long as they think, hey, I got a couple more years, voters have short memories, they won't remember shit, all I gotta do is frame it and they'll get voted again, they're playing us. They're constantly playing us. There's no compromise. And even places where we have overlapping interests. These fucking buffoons can't come up with a plan to get along on shit that we all agree on. They can't agree on things that we agree on. So how the hell are you going to get along on some things that you disagree on? I mean, it's like a fucked up marriage. These motherfuckers need to get divorced. We need to start divorcing these motherfucking politicians in DC, and we need to start replacing them with kids and goddamn preschool. Because I swear to you, kids can do a better job than these fucking adults. They can. Because if either side doesn't agree to the extortion, the blackmail, the manipulation, then what they start to say is, oh, you don't care about our veterans. You don't care about military families. You don't care about them. That's what they start saying. Now, how does one got to do with the other? How does one got to do with the other? How can someone say, you know what? Long term, what you're trying to do right now doesn't make any sense. So I am going to respectfully disagree with you, Republican, on your budget. We need to trim it back because this is impacting our deficit, and this will have an effect on veterans and military families also. So let's figure out a way that is best for us short term, midterm, and long term. Nah, that's too motherfucking normal. That's too motherfucking mature. That's too goddamn balanced for these bitches. No, they want to run this motherfucking gravy train straight into the depths of the ocean. And then when we cease to goddamn exist, and when people are reading about America in the future, they're going to wonder what happened to this great nation. You know what happened to this great nation? Adults. Stupid ass Ivy League political major adults who are too fucking selfish and power hungry to realize that they are killing our legacy. They are harming veterans. They are harming military families, and they are making it so that America first will become America last. Every choice they make has an aggregate, an accumulation effect on where we will be in the future. And I don't understand how someone doesn't have enough spirit, personality, pull, charisma to get people to see the short term, the midterm, and long term. People's memories are so fucking short nowadays. And there's no one that's sewing it all together. As a leader, as a president, you have to have a vision. And everything you do, every decision you make has to fall in line with that motherfucking vision. You can't say, you know what, I believe in being respectful and having integrity, and you'll sleep with motherfucking porn stars without condoms. That is not, they don't go hand in hand. If your belief system is X, then you work to support that belief system. There has to be a check and balance between your mission and vision statement and what you do day to day. All your day-to-day actions are stepping stones to get you to achieve your mission and vision. And in Washington, D.C., what the mission and vision of the United States, life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, all that shit has been lost. All is being lost. Our life, our liberty, and pursuit of happiness is being eroded with each imbalanced budget, with each increase in our deficit, with each crazy ass buffoon that we will elect into office, whether it's president, congressman, senator, each useless motherfucker that we elect, we are taking our place. We are eroding our place as number one. And if we keep doing this shit, you're going to go from number one to fucking done. Done, if you don't know what the fuck that means you're done. You're burnt. Your shit is tossed. You no longer exist. You don't motherfucking matter. If you don't know what the fuck that means, look what happened to the Roman Empire, the Mongolian Empire, the Egyptian Empire. People never thought that shit would come to an end. But no, you elect enough power-hungry, greedy, selfish-ass motherfuckers, and you don't hold them accountable, you and I will be in history books talking about what once was. But I don't know about you. I don't want to be what once was. I want to be what the fuck is. And if you want to be is, then you need to start changing the laws and start pulling out these pawns of politicians out of Washington, D.C. and put real people with real vision, with real skills that can negotiate and get shit done and won for all of us. Not just the Republicans, not just for the Democrats, not just for the Libertarians, for all of us. All of us. That is why it's called United States of motherfucking America because we're supposed to be united. One for all for one. Yeah, the one is not just those motherfuckers in DC. We are the one. And we need to remember that we hold the power. They work for us. And I don't think you understand that they work for us. If you're paying a motherfucker to do a job and he's not doing the motherfucking job, you snatch that son of a bitch out. And you put someone else in his place that knows his goddamn place and will check in with his constituents. That checks in with his voters so he can keep his goddamn job. Because if he doesn't do what the fuck he needs to do, his ass needs to be pulled out, and we need to be the one that's pulling him out because we're not doing shit. We think they have the power. They don't have a motherfucking thing. They can't vote themselves in, but we can vote their motherfucking asses out. We need to have more special elections and start removing these motherfucking maggots and putting, I don't care what political party you belong to. If you can do the job, you're balanced, you're moderate, you're sane, you have some semblance of intelligence. I don't care what affiliation you are. Put that person in. I'd rather have you than a fake ass Democrat who can't fucking negotiate and compromise and a motherfucking fake ass Republican who doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. I would rather have anyone with some sense than these fucking jerks sitting on Capitol Hill. All right, so the last thing that I want to talk to you about is something that happened while the government was shut down because the Republicans and Democrats couldn't figure out how to work together to fund our government. While the government was shut down, the Trump administration proactively created a voicemail to say that it wasn't responsible for a 2-day shutdown. Guys, that's a bitch ass motherfucking move. That is like a coward's move. Who does shit like that? What type of leader would basically give his or her blessing to leave a weak message like that? Like that in itself says you're not presidential material. Your staff says they shouldn't even be able to step foot on the motherfucking White House lawn. Like, how was that okay? Who the fuck came up with that? A leader has to have motherfucking backbone. It has to have motherfucking balls. You have to have guts. No leader does any bitch ass shit like that. That's a bitch ass motherfucking move. That's a bitch ass move that needs a bitch ass slap. That's exactly what. You are running one of the most powerful countries in the world. And the only value that you have to add is a motherfucking voicemail. And it's only when people call you to say, hey, Mr. Trump and your administration, we're calling to find out why we're not getting our veteran check. No one's picking up the phone. Your weak, cowardly ass left a fucking voicemail. At least if you want to be a bitch ass person, have someone man the goddamn phone. Like, at least show some type of gumption, some type of American grit that says, hey, yeah, I may be slightly bitch ass, but at least I can be bitch ass and talk to your motherfucking ass over the phone. I may not be able to face you in fucking person because I'm a coward, but at least I have enough self-worth to pick up the phone and explain to you why my so-called I'm supposed to be the greatest negotiator can't do shit about shit and I'm hiding behind a motherfucking voicemail. That's the least you can do. Trump said he was the biggest negotiator. The biggest, the baddest, the best motherfucking negotiator. But when the going gets tough, he leaves a motherfucking voicemail? A voicemail. Shit, that's as bad as someone fucking breaking up with you on motherfucking Facebook. It's weak. It's whack. He is not president material, and his whole motherfucking Trump administration, all those motherfuckers need to be wiped out. Like a motherfucking flood, the great flood needs to come through and clean out motherfucking Washington, because that is just cowardly. Cowardly. No one asked what kind of tactics he used. No one assumed that he had anything to do with it. So why did he feel it was necessary to leave a voicemail to say, hey, ain't got nothing to do with me. I may be the president of the United States, but this shit ain't got nothing to do with me. My ass ain't got nothing to do with it. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Well, guess what, Mr. Motherfucking President? Mr. Dirty Dick Motherfucking President, you are responsible. You are the leader of this great nation. So because your fucking minions, the Republicans and the Democrats, can't figure this shit out and come up with a budget, You are supposed to lead. You are supposed to steer. You're supposed to guide. You're supposed to mold. You're supposed to do all that motherfucking shit. That's part of doing your motherfucking job. Tweeting is not part of your presidential motherfucking duties. Helping this nation stay awake, stay working, stay funding, that is a part of your job. That is a part of your job. What part of your character can't figure out that that is a part of your goddamn job? Leaving voicemails to anyone who can find your motherfucking number is not, it's not what the United States, the president of the United States, that's not what you do. It's not what you do. You show that you're out there on the floor talking sense into those buffoons who are arguing over a fucking budget that doesn't make sense. That's what a leader does. A leader checks and reminds motherfuckers to get their wits together and remind them of what they're doing it for. They don't hide behind a motherfucking voicemail while you're sitting in fucking Mar-a-Lago anyway, fucking some fucking hole that you found. What? If you ain't at Tahoe fucking some bitch, you must be some motherfucking place else, because you're definitely not doing it with Melania. So what is it? What is your value? What is your motherfucking value? You could have tweeted to the sons of bitches on the fucking floor saying, hey guys, shut the fuck up, get the fuck together, pull your shit up. But you leave a voicemail. A voicemail. The great negotiator leaves a motherfucking voicemail. You know, you are nothing but smoke and mirrors. And I said that before. You have no fucking substance. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about President motherfucking Donald Trump. You have no substance. You are a fraud. You are a con man. And I'm not saying this because I'm on the Democrat side. I'm not saying this because I'm no longer a Republican. I'm saying this from a human perspective. I'm looking at you as a leader. And you're not that. You are not that. You use any loophole to get ahead. You cast aspersions. You bully. You deflect. You deny. You motherfucking lie. And then when it's time for you to stand the fuck up, stand up to the plate to hold your own, you leave a fucking voicemail. That is why I cannot wait. I cannot wait for all of them who supported you, who backed you to fall like motherfucking ashes to the ground, because all of you are useless. And eventually, when terrible things like this happen, everything has to self-correct. Things go good for a while, and then they have to go bad for a while. But one thing about human nature, there's enough of us with better sense and better judgment that will self-correct this motherfucking ship. Because if you get elected again, I swear to God, I shouldn't be saying God, but please forgive me. I swear to you, something is completely wrong with this nation, and I'm taking my passport and I'm bouncing the fuck out. I'm not going back to Africa for all those that may be disappointed, but I'm telling you this, I'm leaving this country because this shit doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense. Nothing has happened to this nation that was so utterly bad for us to elect a man who appeared to be courageous, who appeared to have integrity, who appeared to have some form of character or personality besides going around motherfucking grasping pussies. And if anyone listened to one of my prior episodes, you can't grab a motherfucking pussy. So which leads me to believe he wasn't grabbing a motherfucking pussy. He was going around grabbing dick. But hey, you got to find that other episode in which I talked about that shit. Can't grab a motherfucking pussy. But what apparently our president can do is he can grab a motherfucking phone and leave a fucking voicemail. And you know what? Now that I think about it, it probably wasn't even in his motherfucking voice. He probably had the lying machine, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, leave that shit on the fucking voicemail. It's weak. And all of you motherfuckers who are trying to build your career off of Trump, you're weak as whack as hell. Your shit always catches up with you. American people, we can get fooled. We can probably get fooled twice. But you're not going to keep fooling our asses. We're going to fix this shit. And let me tell you this. The Republicans who were voted for your asses, they're so pissed with y'all that they're going to vote Democrat or anything else just to get rid of you sons of bitches that are in office. People have had enough of the Republicans. People have had enough of the Democrats. We cannot stand the fact that you cannot work together. We cannot stand the fact that you are missing the point of what our great nation, our legacy were built on. You all have missed the plot. You all need to go back to motherfucking school and get a goddamn education because you're missing the vision. And you're allowing selfish needs and greed to cloud something that is greater than you. This nation is greater than all you motherfuckers that are sitting over there on Capitol Hill. It's greater than all of you. And you have misunderstood that. You have forgot what people have basically lost their lives for to set this nation up so we can be where we are today. You're pissing on it. You're pissing on it and you're pissing on us. And guess what? We're going to take that piss and we're going to give all you motherfucking asses a golden shower because this shit will end. It will end. And unfortunately, if this is the madness that we get after electing the first black male president, then after this shit with President Trump finishes, guess what the fuck we're going to have? We are going to have someone that is very profound in office to make up for the stupid ass shit that you're doing. So if you don't want another brother elected to office, then I suggest you get your shit together and act like you have some balance and some sense. Because if you thought Barack Obama, if you thought the shit hit the fan, or the fan hit the shit, not the shit hit the fan, the fan hit the shit when you elected a black male president, then if you keep fucking around doing what the fuck you're doing right now, Barack Obama will look like an angel to all you motherfuckers because someone else is going to get elected that makes your motherfucking skin crawl and makes you step out of the box. Now, I don't care who gets elected. It can be a motherfucking alien from planet Mars as long as the person cares about our well-being and our nation and this world and all the citizens of the world. I really don't give a damn what the person looks like. I don't give a fuck what they sound like, who they fuck, when they fucking, what they eat, what they don't eat. I don't give a motherfucking damn. What I do care about is people who are lying to citizens, pretending to deliver things they're not, harming our nation, harming our goodwill, and harming my present and the future of my children. That's what the fuck I care about. I don't care if you identify with red, blue, yellow, cotton candy, green. I don't give a damn because that shit is nothing. It means nothing. Like when you go to the store, they only care about one thing, your money. Is it green and does it match the American dollar bills? If it does, they take your motherfucking money. Come in with a monopoly money, they're going to kick your ass out on your ass. So at the end of the day, I only care about the shit that really matters. All this other fucking clicky shit, I don't give a damn about. But what I'm telling you is that a leader who leaves a voicemail, instead of getting down and dirty, rolling up his sleeves to help steer our nation forward to where we need to be, which is a balanced budget, that's not a leader. And the people, the Republicans who are doing this tomfoolery and the Democrats who are going along with it, they're not politicians for us. If we have to go grassroots and get some simple, real Americans to run for office who have no history of this crooked crime, greed, then you know what? We need to go back to basics because it's clear. All these motherfuckers who have been in politics a while, they have lost the plot. We need to get rid of these career politicians and we need to go back to real, simple American human beings with real values who knows who they are, how they are that way, why they are that way, and what they want to bring to the table. And they need to understand that we all have to work together. We ain't got to like each other. We don't have to love each other. We don't even have to stand how to look at a motherfucker, but at least have enough sense to work together. That's what preschoolers do. That's what preschoolers do. They can work together. You ain't got to like my ass, but you will respect me. And you will respect the fact that we are connected, we are united, we are one. That's all you have to do to make this world work. All this other shit you're doing is extra. It's fake. It's a distraction. And you're looting America under the guise of taking care of America. But if you really cared about America, you wouldn't be passing budgets that worsen our deficit. 2, you wouldn't be electing presidents who don't really give a fuck about our nation. He says he does, but his actions are contradictory. And 3, if you really gave a fuck about America, you would realize that you are tarnishing and eroding what we have built, which is going to make our future very rocky and shaky. And if you don't have a future, then what the fuck are we doing today? What are we working for today if there's no tomorrow? Are you disappointed this has come to an end? Well, it doesn't have to. Reach out and let me know what you think about this episode and my podcast. You can try and slide into my DM, but I will kick your ass out. So I suggest you hop into my DM on Instagram at Difficult and Demanding or Twitter at Mrs. D&D, or leave a comment on one of my posts. Now give. My episode links to friends, family, associates, frenemies. Hell, give it to your enemies. Actually, I don't give a damn who you give it to. Just give the shit to people and bring laughter to others and show your love for this podcast. Did you enjoy the ride? Well, I did warn you to strap on your seatbelt. Episode 22 is coming soon on April 20th, 2018 from the I'm Difficult and Demanding podcast, keeping it real on the ridiculous world we live in. If you want me, then come and get me on Instagram at Difficult and Demanding and Twitter at Mrs. D and D.